Pastor Robbie George coming to you this morning, Archdale Baptist Church. It is Wednesday morning, May the 7th, 2025. May the 7th, 2025, Wednesday morning. Just got my delivery done in the city of Durham. Traveling back to High Point at this point. And it is an extreme difficulty to keep our windows clean. I just stopped and tried to get those windows cleaned again. Where I work, dusty parking lot, it is very difficult going in and out of there every day to keep your windows clean on a consistent basis. But I tried again today. I'll give it a good cleaning. So we will see how it goes. Reading from the book of 1 Corinthians again this morning, chapter 12, one of my favorite passages. You probably heard it before. Verse 4, now there are diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit. There are differences of administration, but the same Lord. And there are different diversities of operations, but it is the same God which worketh all in all. But the manifestation of the Spirit is given to every man to profit withal. For to one is given by the Spirit the word of wisdom, to another the word of knowledge by the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit, to another the gifts of healing by the same Spirit, to another the working of miracles, to another prophecy, to another the discerning of spirits, and to another divers kinds of tongues, to another the interpretation of tongues. But all these worketh that one and the selfsame Spirit, dividing to every man severally as he will. For as the body is one, and hath many members, and all the members of that one body being many are one body, so also is Christ. Verse 18, but now hath God set the members, every one of them in the body, as it is pleased him. Verse 27, now you are the body of Christ, and members in particularly. Then it says in verse 28, and God has set some in the church, first the apostles, secondarily the prophets, thirdly the teachers, after that miracles, then gifts of healing, helps, governments, diversities of tongues. Are all apostles, or all prophets, or all teachers, or all workers of miracles? Have all the gifts of healing? Do all speak with tongues? Do all interpret? But covet earnestly the best gifts, and yet show I to you a more excellent way. Hallelujah. And may the Lord add the blessing to the reading of his holy word this morning. I didn't read the last few verses the last time I read that there. But the 9 gifts of the Holy Ghost are mentioned, and it touches on the fivefold ministry of the church a little bit there, and adds a little bit with it, and kind of puts them together there. 1 Corinthians chapter 12 is one of the best studies on the body of Christ, the oneness of the body of Christ. And then Romans chapter 12, I believe it is, goes right along with that as well. Pulling out of a Flying J truck stop here, where the 285 on the unleaded, 369 for diesel. The fuel and the gas really is fluctuating and going all over the place right now. It is a mostly sunny morning. Started out in the low 50s. And it's going to finish out about 75, but the way it's warming up, I tell you, it's getting a touch bit of humidity out there. I'm going to be going from Mebane, North Carolina to High Point down at exit 150 here on 4085. Your road that runs between Greensboro and Raleigh, 4085. Here at the Hall River exit here, where the Flying J is on one side of the road, the Wilco and the Blue Beacon is on the other side. Thank God for this beautiful day he's given us. This is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Psalms 118 verse 24. little bit of that out here. But 285 over at the Pilot across the street used to be a Wilco, but Pilot bought the Wilcos, I guess. 285, 369 there as well. So it seems like you could get off at 4 different exits and get you 4 different prices on the fuel and the gas right now. It's just the way it seems. You can go back to the same place tomorrow and it'll be a different price. I don't know what's going on with all the fluctuations right now. Last week I seen it at the Loves in Salisbury. It was $2.99 for the unleaded and it was $2.99 for diesel. I hadn't seen diesel at those levels in years. And then I went back the next day and it was more like those numbers there. So not exactly sure what's going on. We're going across the Hall River right here. This says it's part of the Cape Fear River Basin. The next exit that comes up is exit 148. That'll get you to Graham. You take a right, you'll go into the town of Graham there. It's a very historic town and a very beautiful downtown area there off to the right. Graham stretches off to the left. If you go to the left a good ways too, I used to deliver all over and it goes way down that road as well. Get off this exit, go to the left too, and go down towards Chapel Hill eventually too down that way. It had Carlboro off that exit. I had to deliver there one time with my current job. And Carlboro, there's not much to that town, but it's right there by Chapel Hill and all. Alamance County this morning. We transport through Alamance County, Guilford County, where our plant is located. Exit 148, Highway 54. Exit 147 coming up here. Got a lot of road construction and all that I've been encountering here in the last few weeks. I guess when it gets good weather they start working on the roads, but it's creating a lot of hazards on the roads that aren't normally there. So if you're out here on our highways, just pay attention to the work zones and the speed limits they're in. Keep our workers safe. And these people that travel these roads every day don't realize the dangers there in these work zones. Exit 147, Graham also goes to the right. Pittsboro to the left on 87. Next couple of weeks is looking like good weather as far as the temperatures go, but we got some disturbances coming in that's going to bring us some rain over the next several days, beginning Friday, I believe. So the temperatures are going to be good, but it's going to be wet off and on, but we need the rain. It's been dry for way too long. You see it's at 9 o'clock on a Wednesday morning and the traffic levels are pretty thick this morning. Not as much as they are some days, but a lot of people on the road this time of morning. The next exit is downtown Burlington off this exit, 145. Liberty also you can get to off this exit. Over the river through the woods will get you to Liberty, but it's a pretty good stretch down through there to get you there off to the left. This will get you into downtown Burlington to the right. Also another beautiful town to go into the town there. So this is Highway 49. It says it'll take you to Liberty, and you know that Highway 49 will also take you into the Asheboro area, and eventually it'll take you all the way to Charlotte. 49 is a pretty stretched out road, pretty good road for the most part. for certain. Our plant is located primarily at exit 111. We're at 145 right now, so that's 34 miles to the exit, and then we're about 10 minutes off the exit if you go down the big road, meaning I-85, and you get off at 62 there, and you take a right and go down, and you take a right on Fairfield, and then go down to Allen J School. You can go in that way through the neighborhood and get back there to Springfield, go by the Allen J Park, and right there on the right. Exit 143 is Highway 62. It will take you into an old town of Alamance there, the first thing you come to, and then it'll take you on down, get you back to High Point that way if you want to travel through Julia. Climax, go by old Lake Juno. I don't know if Lake Juno is still open, but it travels along the bottom side of Guilford County, right along the county line. It gets you into High Point there. It'll take you right to our plant that way if you wanted to go that route. Exit 143. Depot located here. I used to hit that biscuit mill there at that exit every now and again. Got a K&W cafeteria right there, one of the few that are left at that exit right there. And there's the shopping center. You can park it there and go to Biscuit Mill. Got the DMV in that shopping center also. Exit 141 coming up, Huffline Mill Road. Huffline Mill Road. So getting over here to the Elon side of Burlington now. There's the man sitting on the side of the road waiting for him going over there, and it won't take him long. Chick-fil-A coming up at this exit 141. Upland Mill Road coming up by 141. things up this morning. The DOT are in those rest areas right there on the east side and west side here way too often for my liking. Truck stop 286 for regular unleaded. It's up to 385 for diesel. So you see how it's went from 369 to 385 right there. And 12 miles. This TA right here on the east side of Greensboro is the only truck stop till you get to exit 130. There is a truck stop there that used to be a Wilco, I believe, so it may be a Pilot now, but really TA is the only bigger truck stop till you get down to Lexington where you got Bill's truck stop. I always thought they would build one around where we live, but no one's ever done it. I always envisioned myself building one there in my imagination one day right there where we live. I knew exactly what I wanted to put in that truck stop. I know we needed one there, but no one's ever done it. Rock Creek Dairy Road coming up here, that is the town of Witsit. 135 is the exit. Used to deliver and pick up in that town of Witsit a lot. Delia is also off of there. Public grocery store distribution center is off that exit. Huge distribution center they built there. Brought a lot of jobs to Guilford County, to East Greensboro. You also have an Amazon distribution center for their smaller trucks at that exit there in the Rock Creek Industrial Park there to the left, to the south there. Off the highway. A lot of jobs in this area. You take from right here on the east side of Greensboro to Memphis, there's a lot of jobs. Probably with that saturation of the amount of jobs that are right through that area, they're probably lower paying jobs just from the sheer volume of jobs in this area. Mother's Day coming up this week, Sunday, May the 11th. Hopefully you can go to church and celebrate your mother, celebrate the mothers that will be there. It will be our first Mother's Day service at Archdale Baptist Church. We just had our first Easter service on April the 20th, and Mother's Day coming up, Father's Day next month. To celebrate the First Lady of our church, Miss Janet's birthday, and my mother coming up in July, and Miss Harlow's birthdays in July, Miss Emma in June. The month of August, we're going to get to go on vacation through a gift. Miss Mary Myrtle Beach. That was our original plan, but it changed. And we were going to go to Atlantic Beach, and that changed, and moved back to Myrtle Beach, and then we decided on Williamsburg. A little bit further ride up there to Williamsburg, and we're looking at about 4 hours there. 4.5 hours maybe. And I travel those roads a lot, so. Coming right here to the split, 40 will go on to the west and take you into downtown Greensboro and Winston, and eventually take you on to Asheville if you stay on Knoxville. We're taking the jog to the left here, 85 south, High Point, Charlotte, which will take you on down into the Greenville, Spartanburg, South Carolina area. It will take you on down to Atlanta, Georgia. Take you on down to Birmingham, Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama, Mobile, Alabama, New Orleans. If you keep on trucking that way far enough, Houston, Texas. Travel them all. See the clouds coming in a little bit. Speed limit picks up a little bit. 70 miles an hour down through here. Always a little less traffic on this bypass in Greensboro here. On your GPS, it'll take you up Business 85 if you're going especially up to Danville, Virginia. It's 10 minutes closer going up through there. Business 85 and coming around the bypass here, but I just like going around the bypass here to my liking. Youngsville Road is the first exit you come to here, exit 129. Not that much development along this side of Greensboro to this point. They have built some townhomes and some things like that on this side, but really they haven't developed this side of Greensboro as much as some of the other sides of Greensboro. We're talking about a town with, I don't know the exact population, but 285,000 people roughly in the city of Greensboro. And you know, that would probably be 1 million in the county of Guilford, just guessing. I'm not certain, but Greensboro's around 285 and High Point maybe 130, something like that. High Point used to be a town of about 70, so you can see how High Point has grown. Way too many people. They have built a lot of distribution centers off of these exits. A lot of these distribution centers, these huge warehouses with hundreds of thousands of square feet. I don't know how in the world they pay a light bill for a building like that, but you got to do a lot of business. But a lot of them just sit there empty, waiting on a person to fill it up. A lot of them sit there year after year empty. 85 continues on south here, and Alamance Church Road, I believe, is your next exit. That is exit 128, Alamance Church Road. Better weather than we got right now. We're actually getting spring this year. The weather has been quite refreshing, especially in the morning. Fresh air, sunshine all day. I love it. Of course, that sunshine has become cloudy the last couple days. After Alamance Church Road, the next section you're going to be seeing is exit 126, and it is 421 south to Sanford. There are many destinations that I have to go to. That would be my route to take. Down around Fuquay-Varina, near the Valley area. the ocean, but if you get close enough, you might be able to smell that sea air. Get down there every now and again. Probably moving some trailers around the rest of this day. It's 9:33 in the morning on Wednesday morning, midweek, hump day. I don't know where that camel went. We used to see them on all our TVs. The next exit you're going to be coming to is 124. That is the South Elm Street exit. That will get you into downtown Greensboro. That's the main road that takes you into downtown Greensboro, gets you where all the buildings are. County seat of Guilford County. If you're going to get your birth certificate, a copy of it, or your marriage license, if you were married in Guilford County, you're going to have to go to Greensboro to get it. I've had to go over and get my birth certificate. But I had to get my CDL license, hazmat background check, all that done. I had to go get my original birth certificate, and that is where I had to go. I think I had to pay $5 for it. South Elm Eugene Street. This is the closest Cracker Barrel to our house. The next closest one will be exit 91. That will be Lexington. So we're about right in the middle of both of those Cracker Barrels. I would go to the Lexington one if I was going to pick one to go to. But it is off that exit to the right. In the first stoplight, take a left. Cracker Barrel sits right on that corner. The next exit you're going to be hitting is 73. Going to the south to Asheboro, eventually Myrtle Beach. Going to the north, get you to Greensboro and Martinsville, Virginia. Take you on up to Roanoke, where I was yesterday. Very good day yesterday as far as traveling goes. I love going up to the mountains, but as long as it's 2.5, 3 hours away, no more than that. We go to some points up through there where it's 4 hours away from home. Right here, 73 south to Asheville coming up though. 220 runs along with that. Down to Asheville or Faith Works, C Road, exit 44 that Janet and I used to stop at a lot, going back and forth to Lenham. That will take you down to Sanctuary Baptist Church as well. Bennettsville, South Carolina. Got to go down there and hit 38. Greensboro to the north there, like I said, you'll be going around the bypass to the west side of Greensboro, bring you out over around Wendover. And then around the airport, you'll be going around the east side of the airport, then the north side of the airport, and then on up to Martinsville. Very good roads. Up next, Broomtown Road exit. I spent 15 years of my life at this exit. Now I would be having to go off to the right there and run it down alongside 73 to get down to Broomtown Road. Then you'll have to go around in the circle and come down to the light. I'm going to take you to Grandover Resort, which I have delivered to numerous times as well. Spent their honeymoon night there at the Grandover Resort on a very snowy day. No more snow this year. We're on the spring and summer's coming at us with a head of steam. We're about 6 weeks away from the longest day of the year, June 21st. The days are getting very long even now, 8 o'clock at night. The sun is up to warm days, warm nights. I don't know what the average temperature is right now, but we're probably right around it. It should be on those 30-year wife there. Good people there, good friends. Family, I would call them. Good people there, though. When you work at a job for 15 years, it becomes your family, so good people work here at Carpenter Company, too. I'd have went to Carpenter to work in 2007 when I came off the road. Should have. Opportunity, man, I've been there now. This is the split for Highway 29. This is the bypass for High Point, more or less. Highway goes to the left. Business 85 to the south. If I was going to my house, I would stay to the left and stay on the highway and go down to exit 111. I said exit 111 was earlier, the exit for the work. It's actually 113, Highway 62. 111 will be the main street exit there in Archdale. Coming up first here is Victory Chapel Road exit that will go off to the right, get you to Jamestown and Guilford College Road, and get you to that location as well to the right, get you to the Grand Oval Resort, and get you to Guilford College over there. Eventually, if you went down through there, the Guilford Community College also located at that exit. Archdale High School, where my honey went to. Jamestown Historic District, that sign's there. Speed limit slows down to 55 through here, so after you've been looking at it 70, it feels like you're crawling. They've got all the grass mowed today through here. It's beautiful. We are looking for Baker Road exit up here. That's the exit we're looking for. Action now. We'll be rolling the windows down, enjoying a little bit of the fresh morning air. Got two stoplights coming up here. The first one's going to be River Road. That'll take you to the right, get you into Jamestown there. To the left, we'll put you out there around 62 eventually. Drive. They put these stop signs up here at both of these next two stoplights. There's been many people that have lost their lives at both of these stoplights over the last few years. So now they got these flashing lights to let people know to be prepared to stop, and that's going to save lives. Thank God for the smart people that think like that to save people's lives. This is the deep river we're going over right here. Furniture Land South coming up on the right. I worked for these folks through a contract for 1997 to 2002. I delivered for furniture all over this country. Me and Betty and Chip. And many people that worked with us. Old Slim. Furniture Land South. Abu Rugs and Home right there across the street from me. Kibit Drive coming up next to get you into downtown High Point. To the right, High Point University also to the right. To the left, we'll take you out towards 62 again. And get you out here to the McCulloch Gold Mill, which is a National Historic Site. a truck parked in there right now. He was parked in there yesterday. Probably someone that lives around here, I don't know. That truck's got his doors open, airing out his reefer there. Maybe he's in the back of it sweeping it. I don't know. Sometimes when you go load those reefer loads, depending on what you hauled last time, your truck has to be tip-top shape. Inside clean, outside clean. You have to go get it clean sometimes in places. They clean the inside of your units so that they will load you. They will not load you. They will not load you with no holes in the floors or holes in the walls. Either if your air handling unit is not secure, your equipment has to be perfect. Some of these places to load produce on. I hauled refrigerated loads for 2002 to 2007, and I think I said the wrong dates on that, working for Virtual and South. It was 1997 to 2002. 2002 to 2007, I ran dry freight refrigerated loads coast to coast. I used to pick up and deliver at a lot of these points we're going by here over the next few streets. Off to the right here on top of Interstate 74. Get you to Winston, get you down to Asheboro. If you look off to the right, you can see downtown Hamilton right there. I always find myself over there looking at that town every time I go over that bypass. HSM Solution used to be Triad Fabco there. They've got several plants right here. One down in the Lanola area. Delivered to all of them. Not too many places around here I haven't delivered to. Our street is coming up on the left, the next street. The best part will be when I come out to that light and take a left headed home in about 4 hours, 4.5 hours, 5 hours, something like that. 4.5 hours of Louisville. Straight down that Baker Road straight through to Archdale Road. Take a left and we headed towards the house. So this is our plant. Really, it's the third building on the left. Just celebrated the 75th anniversary of Carpenter Company. Second driveway right there and take a left. That's the location of my honey and mine's first date 34 years ago on December the 7th this year. Alan J. Park. It don't seem 34 years ago. Another one bites the dust. Thank the Lord for safe travels today, and everything went smoothly. Appreciate you riding along with us today. Beautiful day for a ride. Appreciate the Lord riding with us. That's the most important partner that we have when we get out on these routes. So God bless you today.